Happy Saturday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl with a new message for the twins for this full moon in Capricorn. That's kind of like we're starting it tonight, tomorrow, depending where you are in the world. I always want to start by thanking all of you for subscribing, liking, and sharing both my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and my Instagram, my daily card readings. Thank you all so much. Also want to thank all of you who have reached out for private sessions, healing sessions, personal readings, things like that. I love working with all of you, so thank you so much for honoring me to help you guys. So yeah, okay guys, this is a really crazy full moon that is happening. And because the way things work in this journey, I was recently introduced to someone. Her name is Joanne, and she's an astrologer. And she's an amazing astrologer, and she focuses her astrology work specifically toward the twin flame union. So she and I kind of decided that we were going to do a little collaborative for this video, and she wrote me up a nice little energy report about this moon for you guys. And what was beautiful is it played in with all of the messages that I've been getting this week, in addition to exactly what the cards are spelling out to what is going to happen through this full moon cycle for us. So I am going to share with you her report that she wrote. For those of you who are interested, she does do private reports for the twins for your astrology and your union. Her website is www.thesacredpath.co.com. So I will put the information in the box under the video, but I want to share with you first her energy report for this moon in Capricorn, and here we go. So she wrote, the full moon in Capricorn is all about the collapse of karmic timelines and the leap into pure unconditional love. During this full moon, we have a powerful opposition between Cancer and Capricorn. The moon and Pluto are conjunct in Capricorn, and they are opposing the sun and Mars in Cancer. This, once again, is activating the cardinal cross. The cardinal cross is what has guided us in our ascension process and the evolutionary process of our awakening since 2012. What this is doing is leading us to our truth, the truth about ourselves, the truth about our relationships, and our reality. We are now, have the courage to face the truth. This moon is actually requiring us to have the courage to make the choices that need to be made to move forward. The choices are now what's being activated as the karmic masks are coming down. The old patriarchy, the ways of control are falling away. None of these things are going to hold true anymore. The karmic masks and the relationships never represented who we really truly were. They never supported our spiritual truth. They only served to keep us stuck in these karmic time loops and keeping our consciousness trapped in fear and doubt, obligation, self-abandonment, all of those core wounds. So it kept us stuck in those core wounds. The divine feminine has been working tirelessly and fearlessly to heal these internal emotional wounds carried by both divine counterparts, working to heal and embody her own sacred balance within. And in doing so, she has supported the divine masculine's process of awakening and healing from karmic wounds and manipulation. While continuing to hold space of unconditional love, she has helped to pave the road of truth and divine union, and the two paths of awakening, growing increasingly closer together, because ultimately this has always been one process from two different perspectives. All that we embody eternally is always reflected back to us externally. This is the twin flame path to reunion. And this is where we, at our full moon in Capricorn, are. We are being guided by our higher selves to finally take the leap of faith, having the courage to follow our hearts, reinforced by the North Node in Leo, making choices on true emotional connections and unconditional love, initiated by the deep emotional process of the Cancer new moon on June 23rd. We are at the edge of the cliff at this full moon in Capricorn. about to take the leap of faith, surrendering to the process of reunion, which has been the simultaneously process of self-love and love for our divine counterpart, all in one process of pure unconditional love. So that is really, this moon is very, very powerful, you guys. How this plays into the message and the visions that I have been seeing, and I'm going to bring this all together for us now. These karmic timelines are collapsing, okay? What I have been shown that this moon energy is so powerful is, it is literally, they showed me spiraling, like a ribbon unraveling. And this is what's happening to these karmic timelines. In this unraveling energy, we are releasing the emotional energy from all the past karmic timelines that have been stuck in our physical bodies. So this unraveling is like an unraveling of the DNA and a reset to start afresh, to dispose of these karmic timelines, to collapse them all into one, to heal the physical vessel. Now, what this is going to mean for the divine masculine and the divine feminine is anyone who still has karmic relationships going on, they are going to become increasingly more intolerable, more explosive, more problematic. It's going to be incredibly just becoming more and more uncomfortable being with these karmic people in our lives. They are literally showing explosive energy around these karmic relationships. This has been mounting now for the last couple months. What they're showing is that this moon in Capricorn is like the final nail in the coffin, the final straw that broke the camel's back of breaking these karmic relations, separating from these karmic people, these karmic patterns. So literally what is happening now energetically in these karmic relationships, this explosiveness, is going to lead us into the eclipse next month that is going to set everything free. Okay, that's what's happening with this cycle. This nail in this coffin is moving everybody out of these karmic patterns now. This is like it. This is the end of these relationships for many, not all of the twins, many of the twins. Now, let's say you're going along and everything is just going fine. You're in good relations, your spirits are good. You are not going to be rocked heavily by this moon. You will feel the vibration of the collective as things start to shake out. You will feel a little unsteadiness. However, it will not rock you to your core. Those who are still stuck in these karmic patterns and time loops are going to get rocked to your core, because you are really being strongly pushed to make these choices, to move toward your true self, your soul's heart's happiness and desires for your life. Separate from the twin is just the fact of stepping into your own self and your own merging of your divine masculine and feminine in and of yourself. That's what we always talk about first, and this union is what is so important right now. Keep your vibration high. Super important. Keep your vibrations high right now. Sing, dance, play, whatever you have to do. Sleep, be gentle, drink tons and tons of water right now as these new codes are coming in. As we're being asked to anchor in these energies, water is going to help tremendously. Okay, so the next thing that I was shown before I get to the reading, well, there's actually like two things I have to share still, is part of this union and unconditional love template that is coming down with this moon. What was shown to me is that our unions, we are now in this stage of the union cycle of this journey. We're in that stage. We are in union, reunion stage. And with that, we have already anchored in the 5D our unions and our love. And what they showed us, or showed me, was that we're kind of like like you know how people like rappel off of like jump lines, like ropes down like mountains and stuff. What they have shown me is that we are ready to anchor in that union into the 3D physical world. So we were given like those clippy things with the ropes and in the 5D, so we're clipped in up top, and we are actually rappelling down these ropes into the 3D with this new template of this love and this union energy. Unconditional love. It's literally the foundation and the structure for what our unions are going to be built on and based on. So that is also beautiful. We are needing to not, and the reason that this is happening, and they're showing it to me as us kind of like rappelling down a line, is that we need to take this anchoring and not just anchor it in the 5D. We need to anchor it in the 3D. We need to anchor it into Mother Earth, now into Gaia. And what they're showing us is clipping it into Gaia, making it become physical, bringing it into the reality of this world. They're asking us to call in Yeshua and Magdalene to help ground this energy from above and from below. That is the task for those of us who are doing really well in the energies right now. This is sort of like an extra sort of mission to take on, is helping anchoring in these unions for the collective, for those of us who are not being rocked by the energy of this moon. Also, in anchoring and grounding this energy into the 3D, the divine masculine is going to come into this true place of fully understanding that they can no longer even physically be with a karmic partner anymore, physically, sexually, flirting, romantically. Like, it is seriously going to repel that energy. That's what part of this love template is, this unconditional love template. They are going to have this conscious awareness to a degree that they haven't had before, that they want and need and vibrate only to one other soul, and that is their divine feminine. Or vice versa, you know, the divine feminine vibrating to the divine masculine, for those who still need to come into that conscious awareness. So we are moving toward this beautiful place in our unions and building these relationships, you guys. So I want to talk about the reading now, because this is super cool. What I used for the reading was the After the Tarot, okay, cards. And I'm going to, I think, pull a card at the end from Magdalene, just because we're going to be calling in a lot of Magdalene energy over this next cycle. So the first card for the divine masculine is the Page of Cups, okay? And this Page of Cups is, it's this newly awakened energy. A page is new. It's immature. It's not immature. I don't want to say immature in a bad way. It's a new energy. It's a fresh energy. It's a young energy. Let's put it that way. And this is the divine masculine receiving his cup from the divine. The fish is like the voice of the divine, God speaking to him. And now God is done speaking to the divine masculine. Like, the divine masculine has received his message from the fish. That's the traditional Page of Cups, is the fish is in the cup. He's received his message. The fish is done. The masculine now has his cup and knows he needs to do with his cup. He needs to take his cup of love and turn around and start walking in the direction he needs to go, his divine feminine. His messages are received loud and clear, and he is open to receiving. That's what's very important for the divine masculine right now. In receiving these messages and hearing them and understanding them and accepting what is coming next, we have the Chariot card for the divine masculine. This is setting everything in motion. The divine masculine is ready to balance the karmic patterns. They're ready to balance their emotions with their thoughts. They are ready to put an end to cycles. They are moving forward. The Chariot is about moving forward with that divine guidance. That fish is guiding. The messages are there in the divine masculine's heart and mind, and they are ready to move forward in a balanced, concise, planned way. And what I see in this card is a ton of yellow, which is that solar plex energy, which is stepping into their I am power, their willpower. So the next card for the masculine, which is super cool, is a Ton of Swords. Well, guess what they're putting to rest? That would be the karmics. Okay? They are done. They are done. The thoughts of their karmics, they're putting it all to rest. They know their truth. They're moving to a new day dawning, and they're getting rid of the dead wood, so to speak. And that's anything karmic, not just partners, anything karmic, jobs, things in their world, purging their environment, physical purging. Any karmic stuff that needs to go is being disposed of now by the divine masculine. Okay, so the divine feminine, we have the Hanged Man. Now, I do not read this Hanged Man card like the traditional Hanged Man card. This card to me speaks of the divine feminine and how she's been viewing her divine masculine. She's been seeing the divine masculine as the hung man, as being stuck, as they're not moving forward, as they're not seeing anything happening. What I love about this Hanged Man card is this has been what the divine feminine has been doing, and holding space and nurturing and loving and supporting your divine masculine through their time of waiting, through their Hanged Man period of needing to make their decision. We have been feeding them and nurturing them and loving them through this period, which is gorgeous. And what's great is the divine masculine recognizes that. They see it. They know that we have been supporting them and loving them through all of this. And the next two cards for the divine feminine are actually just beautiful reassurance cards of where we are at the divine feminine on our journey. And that is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. We have our emotions, our love completely under control. We are balanced. We are the queen. We are secure in our standing. We are full of love and ready to give. And the Queen of Pentacles, we not only have our emotional stability and grounding and foundation set, we have our physical worlds coming together. We are prosperous. We are abundant. We are recognizing these things. We are thankful and grateful for these things. We are holding our pentacles to the divine, recognizing, thanking with gratitude and honor and appreciation for everything that we have gotten from this journey. Not just from the heart space and the emotional place on this journey, but in the physical also. Now, the underlying energy to this reading is actually really cool because it's the Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands is really talking about the fire of this moon. It's talking about the explosiveness or the potential explosiveness that can go on if you rush in too quickly to situations right now. Even more so than the explosiveness of the fire, they're showing me that fire's not good or bad. Okay, so they're saying, like, we need to get rid of this duality, this polarity of fire being good or bad. Fire is both good and bad. It can be beautiful and nurturing and healing and warm, but it can also be very dangerous. This card is talking about, be sure you handle the fire energy calmly. Do not rush in, because there's going to be an urge to rush. Think before you act. That's what that's telling me. And recognize the fire for what it's meant to be. Recognize the fire energy as it is meant to stir things up to move you forward. Okay, so the next card for the union, the first card for the union, and this is so cool because I love this. This deck, I love this deck, is the Three of Swords. Now, this Three of Swords is very unlike the traditional Three of Swords in that this heart is all bandaged up. This heart is no longer bleeding. The swords are removed. It is bandaged. This reminds me of this card, the divine feminine healing the masculine's heart and healing our own hearts. This is the heart of the twins, healed, healing bandaged, wounds done, on the road to recovery. There are no more swords in this heart. Our heartache is done. We are moving past the pain and the suffering. And the rain in this card is beautiful cleansing. It's washing the blood off the swords. It's making everything clean and new and fresh again. That's what's happening for the twins in our unions right now. So the next card for our union is, and this is crazy, you guys, it's the Two of Cups. Okay? This is, I mean, like, you can't make this shit up. Two of Cups. It is the lovers. It is the twins. It is our reunion. It is the divine masculine coming to the divine feminine and embracing what she has to offer. Truly recognizing and moving toward that love. Okay? And it's divinely protected. It's being divinely guided. Okay? We've got the lion at the top, the catus, is that what it's called? The catus. It's all spiritual and it's all healing. The healing that is going on in this card. The heart healing, like literally, like this was underneath this three of swords. It's like this is what's bringing it together. The heart healing is coming from all of this love that the divine masculine and the divine feminine have for each other. So the last card for the reading, and it's not a real card in the deck, but I use it as a card in the deck because I like the artwork. Okay, and I do this with a lot of my decks. I use like the extra artwork cards to be like a card. And what was funny is what this is, and this is the picture of the Fool card. You know, packing up and just like in what I read about the astrology report, you know, packing up your stuff and taking that leap of faith. Well, guess what? The divine masculine and the divine feminine are fully ready to take that leap of faith in our unions. We are packed up. We have everything we need. We've got our little faithful companion next to us, and we are ready to go. We are ready to move. Our unions are coming in, you guys. Whether you believe it, whether you don't believe it, whether you say we're pining away for something that's never going to happen, those of us who know we are meant to be in union with our twins know our truth. And everyone else, you can criticize, you can judge, you can say what you want, but you can't deny someone else's truth. And that's all I want to say about that. I am going to pick one card from the Magdalene deck to just wrap up the message for us. And we're going to ask for one divine message that will direct the twins for the next week through this energy cycle of the full moon in Capricorn, to just give some extra perspective and guidance or any help on their journey over this week. And okay. And it's the Magdalene card. Magdalene deck, Magdalene card. All right. And do we have a number on the Magdalene card? I know we do. It doesn't say it on the card. Hang on. Let's see. Where is it? Hang on, guys. Okay. Well, it doesn't have a number, the Magdalene card, but it's page 41 in the book. Okay, and the Magdalene card, and this card is so beautiful, you guys. So go ahead and look at it and kind of soak in the energy of the Magdalene. She's so divine and beautiful. Okay, and it says, go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist, in a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, and joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits, a void wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams, for your life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There is only love. Wow. That's super powerful, you guys, because there really is. There is only love. And we are, again, like in the Magdalene card, we're being asked to move forward into our joy, into our happiness, into our truth, And that's where we're at. And we're doing an amazing job. We're doing such a beautiful job. So I want to encourage you all to continue to have faith, have strength, believe, you know, we know our truth. We know our truth, you guys, and it is so close. These next couple months are imperative. Union is happening for so many of the twins. And I just want to offer you that as encouragement. So don't fall into the 3D traps. Keep yourself positive. Keep your vibration high. And have an amazing full moon experience. Have a gorgeous, amazing week. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings always, beautiful souls. We will talk soon. I love you guys. Mwah, and I'll see you soon. Bye.